right, everyone. Welcome to Rhythm and Roads podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. We have a very special guest. We have the band Bronze, well, all the way from Chicago. So welcome. And we have Scott. So thank you, Scott, from the band. Yeah,
Thank
welcome,
you.
sir.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah. I listened to your new single, Grand Canyon. It's actually a
Oh,
really
awesome.
soothing song. I like it a lot. I've been listening
Awesome.
to it every now and then when I'm come home, and it's soothing. It's nice. It's just mellowed out. It's composed really
Yeah.
well. What inspired you to write that song?
That one was actually Dylan, my partner. That was one of his babies. He had done that piece sort of in a different incarnation. And then I remember thinking, wow, we should redo this as kind of a Pat Metheny kind of 80s jazz kind of a different, it was kind of a new version, and that's what became Grand Canyon. And so yeah, it's sort of
Okay.
a nice almost interlude to the record. It's mostly instrumental,
Yeah.
and yeah, kind of a nice little intermission almost for the A side and B side of the record.
Okay.
And then this is Dylan
Dylan.
who composed
Joshua.
Grand Canyon.
Oh, you're the one who composed it. Awesome. Hi, I'm Joshua
Yeah.
Jacobs from Rhythm and Roads podcast. Welcome, Dylan.
What's up, Joshua?
Yeah, pleasure to have you on. What we were talking about right now was the Grand Canyon single. So I was telling them how I really enjoyed it. I think it's well composed, it's well written. It's very soothing, it's chill. I like that. I like certain songs like that. So
Nice. Yeah, thanks for
yeah.
listening to it.
Yeah, what
I could
inspired you to
see
write
that.
that song?
um,
Uh, I mean that was kind of banging around for a while in the, kind of just in the various forms.
Okay.
That piano line, I think it was kind of like I think Pat Metheny probably that kind of Lyle Mays kind of thing that I mean, not to get too geeky, but fourths and fifths, those intervals that moving around against a
Yeah.
kind of like a root note staying the same and kind of just experimenting against
Okay.
that pedal tone
Yeah.
that sometimes Lyle Mays um, kind of dabbles in.
Yeah.
And I don't know what inspired it. Who knows where thoughts come from.
Yeah, and then the idea of the title Grand Canyon, like when you guys were composing this and writing the song, was it like, you know what? It reminds like if I was there at Grand Canyon, I probably would want to hear something like this. I mean, was it that why you chose Grand Canyon or because I've actually been to Grand Canyon. It's beautiful national park. It's amazing. So
Yeah,
I
I
listened to
mean
that
there.
song. I was kind of like, yeah, I could see like being there and just being enraptured with the beauty of scenery and landscapes. I could have that song playing.
Yeah, it seemed fitting. I think that's a Scottism. Totally. If there
Is
was
it?
one,
Yeah.
I think he comes
yeah,
up
that
with some
was
good titles.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and that's I was thinking, Joshua, with you being out in New Mexico, that'd be I could see that being a fitting soundtrack for driving around New
Yeah.
Mexico, you know.
Yeah.
Where are you at right now, Joshua? You're in New Mexico?
I'm in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, which is about 30 minutes from Albuquerque.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's
Nice.
so we're, I think I don't know what time it is in on where you're at in Chicago, but over here it's 12, so maybe it's an hour ahead where you're at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
is
one
it?
o'clock,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So kind of going back to you guys' group, you guys been together since 2007, is that correct? Where it was formed?
Yeah, that's true.
Wow, that's a long time. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
read that you guys have inspirations from one of the band members from the Bee Gees, one of the Gibbs brothers. Is that correct? Or
Yeah, that's true.
that one, and
Um,
also Roxy Music, which is I'm really a huge fan of Roxy Music. Brian
oh,
Ferry.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I'm big on his music.
nice.
Awesome. Yeah,
Nice.
Avalon is definitely an
Oh, yeah,
inspiring record for us.
very, very. I'm good taste. Good taste. That is a very good album.
Yeah,
So
great
who
record.
got you guys who got you started into listening to like Roxy Music and like was it your family, parents that listened to that you were like, wow, I really like this band?
think that the Bee Gees and the Gibbs stuff and Roxy Music, a lot of that came from I worked at a I worked at a record label called Drag City in
Oh,
Chicago for a
okay.
long time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And and the sales manager there, Ryan Murphy, is a guy who's he worships at the altar of the brothers Gibb. And
Oh, really?
if you work at that job, you end up leaving with a deep love for Robin Gibb and Barry Gibb and
Yeah.
all the Gibbs.
All the Gibbs.
And those Robin Gibb solo records are so amazing, but
Oh,
they're
they
not like
are.
you don't hear those songs on the radio,
Oh,
and they were like kind of, you know, you had like some big hits in like Poland and stuff, but
yeah.
those albums, How Old Are You, Secret Agent, Walls Have Eyes, like those 80s Robin Gibb records are just so unique and really inspiring in the way that they have like really kind of offbeat lyrics and really creepy lyrics, but they're always catchy, fun songs. And I don't know, those records have always been like we always come back to them over the last
Yeah, when
20
you see
years
some
just to
Okay.
you see somebody's record collection, you're like, you know, hanging out, see, watch, you know, like, oh, what's going on over here? Like, you see, you get, oh, okay. Oh, you got like some Robin Gibb records. Oh, nice. Okay. You know, it's kind of like a little, you know, a little secret code. You're like, oh, okay.
Like, yeah, you know what they're into. You're like, oh,
You're
okay,
into
I know
some
what this is gonna be
interesting stuff
about.
here. Like, you
Right.
got to dig a little
Yeah.
deeper here. You got Robin Gibb records. Okay.
Right.
Mhm.
And see,
And
and
it's
one
like,
thing
oh, we're
about
gonna be
me,
friends.
I didn't know that Robin Gibb had his own solo albums. I know Barry does, but I didn't know Robin did. So I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, check them out. Yeah, How Old Are You is flawless.
That's one of the album titles. How old are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's his second solo record, but
Oh,
all four of them are amazing. Yeah.
wow. So that was part of the inspiration as for Bronze was the influence.
Yeah, just well, getting really into a lot of the pop music from 70s, 80s.
80s. Yeah.
A lot of names like that, like Rupert Holmes and Steely Dan and
Oh, Steely.
Hall and Oates and
Oh,
you know all that
yes.
stuff.
Man, you're going down the right path on all that, man. Those are good artists. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the very first stuff was the very first stuff that we did was when, like, Scott told me that a friend of ours, uh, Azita, piano was playing piano mostly in those days, loved Steely Dan, and I
Oh,
liked
okay.
her record a lot, and I was like, really? Oh wow, like, you know, and I started kind of like toying around like more with those types of that type of stuff, but mostly just learning Azita songs,
Oh, wow.
and
Okay.
you know that kind of like propelled us to get into this sort of
Sort of.
piano based music.
Okay.
But Steely Dan and Azita are a large part
Yeah.
of kind of the first burst of
Oh,
sort of
wow. Okay. I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with, you said Zeta?
Azita with an
Azita.
A.
Yeah, I haven't listened to their music, but I know for sure Steely Dan. But that's awesome. Yeah, Steely Dan is amazing. I love, yeah, his albums. Good stuff.
Oh man. Yeah, I think we've seen them. We saw Steely Dan, gosh, two or three times.
Oh, wow.
Donald Fagen, solo Donald Fagen show at the Chicago Theater. That was a
Oh,
pretty formative experience.
oh, that's awesome. Oh, wow. I
In
bet that was, yeah, I bet that was a
2006.
great experience.
It's
Yeah.
a great hang in the lobby at a solo Fagan concert. You gotta try it.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
so you guys this year have a couple of singles out. There's like Light on the Shadow, Jewelry is Magic. I mean, is this leading towards an EP coming out soon, or is there an actual album in the works?
Yeah, we've got a full length that comes out October 4th,
Oh, nice.
and
Okay. Oh,
with a
around the
new
corner. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
there it is.
yeah,
There we
Cool.
go.
with
Nice.
Yeah.
a brand new video on that comes out on October 3rd.
Very cool.
Yeah.
New music
October 3rd.
video.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll send it to you after this. We'll send you a preview after this. Like
Oh, I would love to watch it.
you
Yeah.
as a film filmmaker, you'll like it. Like you'll or maybe you won't, but
No, I
you'll
mean I'm always up to watching music. Yeah, I'm huge on music videos, on storylines and all that. I actually was watching your guys' Jezebel the other
Oh,
day.
nice.
Yeah.
nice.
That was cool. Different music video. I was like, this is interesting. It was, yeah, had a bit of a lot of I guess charismatic in it of different cultures of personalities.
Oh,
That's the
wow.
one on that's not the one on 16 millimeter, or what we shot that on Super 8, or
No,
what did we do with
that's
the
the one where we're like we're
oh
surveillance
yeah,
stakeout agents.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, because you were, I mean, apparently the actress was Jezebel, right? In
Yeah.
the film portraying, you guys were like, with your, yeah, it was cool. It was different. It was funny. Especially in the beginning when he's driving off and he almost gets hit by the car and the car honks at him. I was like,
Which
wow, that one could have been
that's
accident.
that is all accurate. Like that was not planned. It was
Oh, that was not planned? Are you serious?
he, he almost
Dedication,
destroyed the car.
Oh, wow. I thought
dedication
that
to
was part of
craft.
it. I was like, okay, they just said action, car went and honked. Nope.
Yeah, Sova laying
Yeah.
it all on the line for the sake of art.
Wow, that
Yeah.
cool. There
We
was
had to
some
keep
action in it, I guess now in the beginning. Like, yeah, that could have been a car wreck right there for the film.
yeah.
And it wasn't even
Yeah,
planned.
we had to keep that.
Wow, yeah, that's now that I watch it, I'm gonna be like that could have been a real wreck right there. That's crazy. But yeah, I do watch. I liked your music videos. It was cool. It was who directed it?
Which one? The old
The
one?
Jezebel.
That was our friend TJ, a good
Oh,
friend of
okay.
ours.
Nice.
Yeah, TJ Helmuth. He did a couple of music videos for us, and
Okay.
he's a film guy,
Oh,
works
nice.
on Law and Order, and all
Oh, he
sorts of
does. Oh,
stuff.
wow, very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
he's got a great eye. Yeah.
We
Nice.
did we had, I mean, that's been a fun thing because we secretly, or not secretly, now that I'm talking about it, it's out. We really do wish that we were filmmakers.
Really?
And
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we're definitely fans of
Of the
the
trade.
medium.
Yeah, the way it is.
So,
Yeah.
we like to have fun with, music videos are a little more manageable for us. So we have always tried to have fun and, do some, ideas
Yeah.
and, put stuff out there. But we were able with the new record to call in some friends and try and make more videos for this record
Oh,
than
nice. Okay.
we had done in the past. So
Oh,
we've got
awesome.
one for, uh, well, I can't remember the one. I think, yeah, you said we got Grand Canyon and then
Oh, you
Light
do?
on
Okay.
Shadow, the very the very first one was called Jewelry is Magic, and
Okay.
then we've got this new one for Mezzanine coming out, and another one we're right now working on for a
ESP.
track called ESP. Yeah, so there's a
Okay.
bunch of stuff that we've been able to, because we took our time with the record. It's been pretty
Right.
like, we've been very patient with the rollout and being able to enjoy the other the other side of it with music video production and
Oh,
not
nice.
being totally sort of under pressure to meet deadlines.
Right. Right.
So kind of embracing that.
Well,
Yeah.
as you said, knowing you guys are into filmmaking, being in the music video and all that, that's part of it too, storytelling and all that. So, I mean, that's awesome that you guys experienced that, because I mean, I haven't really done a lot of music videos, but I mean, it's fun just to know that you are part of a good song, adding a story to it, and then you're also with the set. It's just yeah, that's really cool. So, have you guys like considered directing one of your music videos or
Yeah, we have considered it. The
yeah,
the mezzanine video that's coming out, we had a much stronger hand in uh,
okay,
working with a director called uh, Chris Petrowski,
okay,
who's here in Chicago also. So, working with him and developing the project from, I mean, about a year ago almost, talking about it with him, having having fun scouting locations
right.
and getting people, the right, what do you call it, the right locations
Oh,
and
yeah.
the right sort of people who, would be appropriate for the cast and everything, and
Yeah,
really have some fun with it, and shot it, you know, sh- shot it over pretty quickly. Shot it over the course of like 2 or 3 months, but it took our time with the production, and
good. That's good.
so working with Chris directly, we were much more involved in this one.
That's good. Yeah, I'm glad you guys were more involved. And it was all shot in Chicago, or where'd you guys shoot it?
Yeah, all in Chicago.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Um, yeah, just on a mirrorless Sony camera, and just and then we ran it through, hit the VCR, and colored it then. And
Oh,
Chris
okay.
Chris is a visionary.
Yeah,
He's got a good idea,
that's good.
good ideas.
That's good.
Yeah.
And this
So
is for, and the one you're talking about is this for a future project for the new album
this is
coming out?
for the this is for the video that comes out with the record.
Okay, on
This
the
is
3rd of
Yeah,
October. Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to watching it. Or actually, you mentioned I probably could see it.
Yeah, I'll send it
Yeah,
over to you.
that's
Send you the advanced cut right now
all
after
right.
this.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Oh, I do want
we'll
to.
send you all the music videos just so you have them all there
Yeah,
if you
that'd
want
be
to check
awesome
them
to
out.
check out. Yeah, yeah, I would love
Cool.
that. I do want to talk about your new album. So, like, what's the story behind this album? Like, I know you guys said you took your time with this one, but is it inspired by life experiences? Is it, yeah, that one right there it is. What's the name of it?
It's just self-titled,
Oh, just subtitled?
Bronze,
Okay, Bronze. Nice. Any
back to
story behind the
basics.
new album? Just what, the story behind it, making it?
Gosh.
Well, you want
Well,
to
we did.
field field this?
Yeah, sure. We that song that you were just discussing, Jezebel from the
Okay.
first record, that song ended up getting placed into a movie, a pretty great movie called the Florida Project with Willem
Oh, okay.
Dafoe.
Oh, wow.
Um,
The
it-
fall, that's cool.
yeah, it was like yeah, it was one of the first films that Studio A24 or
Oh, A24.
A24
Yeah, A24.
put out. Yeah, and it was one of their early kind of hits, like back when they were, I feel like, yeah, anyway, I think 2017. And the licensing company working on that movie ended up using Jezebel in a scene. There's a scene in in like a diner in Florida, and you hear Jezebel on the radio. And
That's
honestly,
cool.
yeah, and that was so exciting to
Oh, I
us. It was like,
bet.
oh, this song from a few years ago is going to see this new movie and hearing it in the theater, it was like,
Oh, man.
man, that really got us excited to like, hey, at the time Dylan was living in LA, so it was like, why don't let's start recording some of those songs we haven't recorded, and then we did two, and then we did two another year, and then we just kept working on new tunes, and eventually, and then it got to the point where we were like, we have 9 songs now, we have a record, and so
Yeah.
it was just a
And
fun experience.
along that way, we were working on the music, and we were kind of working with a songwriter and producer and engineer in Los Angeles,
Oh,
who's
nice. Okay.
our third compadre in this whole thing. So that guy Nick Johns, he became a central piece in the puzzle of like kind of putting these songs together. And like I said before, when you see, you're like looking at his record collection, and I'm like, oh, well, this is like basically Scott's record collection. Maybe we should
Right.
join forces here, and
Yeah.
see what happens. So we brought him in kind of in the beginning of the process,
Oh,
and
nice.
invited him to work on the songs that we had, a couple songs, and then
Okay.
he had some songs lying around, and we were like, oh, okay, let's develop these further too. So once we brought, after we did those first two songs,
Mhm.
which was like, I don't know,
Jewelry and ESP.
Okay.
yeah, we did those two with him, and we were like, you know, what else we can do,
Yeah. What else can we do with
what
to work with
could
it?
happen.
Yeah.
So then there was that whole pause, that period of time, where we were like, no one was doing anything really. and
Oh, okay.
we were able to, embrace that period of time a little bit and throw some tracks back and forth and
And there it is.
cultivate a vibe.
Nice.
And
And
that's
now it's coming
Yeah,
out in the court.
remotely.
That's awesome. Yeah. And that's the thing about what like David Bowie, Roxy Music and the other legends that I've always looked up to is when they bring out an album, they take their time with it. And I always liked about that because they don't want to just rush an album out just because they're, oh, we haven't got one out, let's just put one out, you know. I like the fact that they when you take time with an album and you listen to it, you're like, yes, it took you could tell the quality, you know what I mean? The studio
Mhm.
time, the way that they just like it's just perfection the way it sounds like ooh, you know what I mean? Just and that's what I love about hearing this from you guys is that you say we took our time with it, you know, we experimented, we got other people involved, and that's good, you know, as musicians to do that.
Well, getting people
Yeah.
involved was really fun.
Oh, I
And
bet. Yeah.
we were able to call all types of, anybody, and also take the time to try different sounds and
Right, right,
try different horns, try different guitar solos, and really, I mean, really geek out on the nuances and ask ourselves, is a soprano saxophone appropriate, maybe more than a tenor on this, and
right,
ask, okay, well, let's sit with that for a minute and see if it, play how it plays in a couple days to our
right.
ear. And um, Nick plays with the Motels, so he had access to a great um, saxophonist called Marty Gerard, who we were
Oh,
able to
okay.
get on the record.
Oh, good,
And
good. That's
yeah,
good.
and just ask different people,
Yeah.
people here in Chicago, various horn players, and different guitar players and singers in Los Angeles. So instead of me and Scott having to do all the vocals,
Hmm.
you know, we were able to get different blends with other singers and other people's voices, and
Oh, good.
really let things take shape and
Yeah.
have their own.
Yep.
Every song has its own spirit rather than. I mean, I still think there's a golden thread throughout all the songs. We definitely were not trying to make it some sort of herky jerky collage of different styles.
Oh, right, right. Each
You know,
song has its own feel and
I
you
think each
experience.
song, yeah, I think we were conscious of making each song have its own sound, but still like maintain that aesthetic throughout the
Right,
record, so it's like a cohesive
Mhm.
experience.
right.
Um,
That's
that
good. That's good.
I don't know. I think it turned out pretty good with
That's
in
good.
terms of that.
Right, right, of course.
Can't say if the songs are good, but
Well, but between you know, one thing I want to know too is between you and Scott, what are you guys do in the band? Are you the percussionist, drummer? Like, are you uh guitarist? I know you guys sing, but like, what is it? You're actually the main in the band.
No, basically in this band, I just do vocals.
Oh, you just okay.
I just do vocals, which is kind of nice because I've other things I do. I'm always playing keyboards, and this is just like
Oh,
concentrate on the
wow.
vocals, you know.
Okay.
And Dylan is, he plays he's a great drummer. He plays all the
Oh, you're a
drums
drummer
and
as well.
percussion on the.
Okay.
Yeah, so he writes most of the stuff, just piano based. So
Okay.
on the record, you're hearing Dylan doing you name it. But definitely percussion and piano and synthesizer, and then our friend Nick, who's out in LA,
Hmm.
he's the engineer, and he's got an army and arsenal of synthesizers, and he's a great bass player. So
Oh, nice.
between the three of us, and then friends who come in and do strings and horns and things
Yeah,
like that, we somehow end up covering it.
that's
But
good.
yeah, and then live, live it's a different experience live too. I mean, we'll have two horns, gosh, what is
Okay.
it? Eight, I think it's 8 or 9 people are in the band live.
Wow, 8 or 9?
Um,
Wow.
yeah, we can send you a video too. There's footage of us doing a Wang Chung cover a couple
Oh, no
months
way,
ago. We
really?
can Yeah, if you want to see us live,
That's
that's
cool.
that's the newest footage of us doing some stuff. So
Oh, that's really cool.
we'll
You guys
send you
have
that
a
video.
full set band like that, like 8 or 9 of you.
Yeah. It's tricky to arrange rehearsals, but we make it happen
Make it
occasionally.
happen. No, that's good. Wow. And there's other
Yeah,
bands that are full band like that, like probably Dave Matthews Band, right? There are about seven, eight of them, I believe,
probably. Yeah.
around that. Yeah. I mean, I like bands like that.
Yes.
Numbers. He puts up nice numbers.
Yeah. And I like bands that are like that, where they have a full band like that, where six or seven, eight,
Yeah.
because you hear each one has its own purpose for the band, and it's unique, you know. I mean, I'm not saying just even if it's a three-part band, it's no, but I mean sometimes when
Yeah.
it's just different. You're like, wow. So,
Yeah, like Chicago, like bands that
oh
have like
yeah,
a
like
horn
Chicago,
section.
exactly. Yeah,
That's yeah,
Chicago.
we all went to DePaul here in Chicago, which is where all the Chicago guys went. So we're trying to
Oh, that's
continue
cool.
we're trying to continue the Chicago sound, the
Yeah.
band Chicago in some ways. So.
Yeah, and they do have good hits. Yeah, they're good.
They do.
Um,
Yeah.
with this new album coming out, are you guys planning a tour, a US tour, a world tour?
We've got shows in just regional right now. We've got shows set up um, that we're doing in locally in Chicago,
Oh,
and
okay.
then we'll go out to LA and do more just like regional shows,
Regional.
um,
Okay,
you know,
cool.
that kind of thing.
Will there ever be opportunities to go other cities, New Mexico, states, New Mexico,
Turkey.
Texas? Yeah, Albuquerque.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we could play. Where would we play there? The launch pad?
The launch pad, yeah. I mean, there's even Santa Fe. Santa Fe is not too, it's about an hour from Albuquerque. There's so much surrounding areas, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
But Texas,
cool.
like San Antonio and Austin, I mean, they're huge on artists, on music, different kind of style of
yeah,
art.
yeah. I love San Antonio. My friend, I became friendly with a band from San Antonio called Girl in a Coma, and
Oh,
they
okay.
have a bar there that they
Oh,
opened. I
okay.
think they still have it, but I mean, every time I've been there, I go to this place and kind of get the kind of get a little bit of the spirit of San Antonio, and I had a great time every time I go
Oh,
to
that's
San
good.
Antonio. That would be a fun place to play.
Yeah. Now to get to know you guys personally for a bit before we, because I know this is only 30 minutes. What do you guys do outside of the band? Like, do you have any hobbies? Is there something that's just you're passionate about besides, I mean, this is a big passion of music and what you're doing, but do you have other things that you like to do? Are you have a family, married, kids, anything?
No, I mean, we
No.
both work.
Yeah.
We both work. You know, various, in very, we have occupations, as they
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I,
I
you know,
work
I,
in cannabis, and Dylan's makes all his money through music, teaching music, playing music.
Oh,
So
really? Okay.
he's a rare breed that he can pay the bills with his musical knowledge and talent. So
That's awesome. Cool. And then you said
yeah.
you did cannabis?
Yeah, I was working at a record label for like 16 years, and then about 5 years ago I switched over to the cannabis world, which has been interesting here.
Oh, okay.
Cannabis went recreationally legal here in 2020.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that for Chicago. That's cool.
Yeah, it's been medical in Illinois. It started in 2014 or 2015, but
Oh,
then
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
coming up on almost 5 years ago, recreational. So,
Oh,
but
interesting.
otherwise, I don't know. We both just we watch a ton of movies and read about movies and shit. Like I was saying earlier, there's some great theaters here in Chicago where every week there's just new films, classic stuff. Just there's always some great stuff to go see on the big screen. So that's a big passion of ours.
Well, I'm into a lot of movies as well. I wanted to ask, so what's one of your favorite movies between you and Dylan?
Oh boy.
the last thing that we watched together that I was particularly excited about, as I mean, Scott knows, we were just talking about it the other day, was Prince of the City.
Prince of the
Um,
City?
yeah,
I haven't heard of that movie. No, I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, that's a great Sidney Lumet movie.
Oh, okay.
And we heard about it because Martin Scorsese, the great Martin Scorsese, was talking about how Prince of the City is he's like, I think that's Sidney Lumet's best film,
Oh wow.
and he's a
Okay.
guy that's a guy who did Dog Day Afternoon and The Verdict and
Oh nice.
Jesus. And yeah, Prince of the City is a great movie. Yeah, big influence on us. And also the clip we'll send you of the Wang Chung cover, that's from To Live and Die in LA, which is
Oh
a
okay.
really inspiring movie for us too. And there's
Okay.
so many good ones. What's one of your favorite movies?
Well, I gotta say the soundtrack, the actors, the story, I mean, pretty much everything has to be Back to the Future.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, that movie is perfect. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I
Perfect.
just watched it on an airplane the other day for probably like the 95th time.
95th time. Okay.
I saw it when it came out, and so
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
what
you saw it when it came out?
I mean, that's what, like
85,
that's like
80.
Oh,
almost
yeah.
40 years. I probably watched it like maybe like 30 times the first year it came out, and then
Wow,
like
that's
so that
cool.
was a good start, you know. So
That is a good start to see the actual original film in theaters. I mean,
but when
wow.
you've only got like, you know,
Yeah.
when you're, you know, in junior high and you've only got like two movies that you can watch, and you're like, you feel like Goonies or Back to the Future. I don't know, it feels like a Goonies night. No, it's Back to the Future again.
Hey, Goonies is good too, but come on, back is yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that inspired me too to want to pursue film, and same for my brother. Just Robert Zemeckis and just the whole, it's interesting too because the actor who Michael J. Fox wasn't even supposed to be Marty, and it was supposed to be another actor. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
nice.
like
Have you
Eric.
Yeah, I
seen
saw
that
clips.
Eric Stoltz footage?
Yeah,
It's
Eric
amazing.
Stoltz. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, and it
It's
Stoltz.
just doesn't it
amazing.
doesn't match. You're like, oh yeah, like it
Yeah,
doesn't. But when you put Michael J in there, boom, it's just there he is. So yeah,
oh yeah,
it's interesting. Yeah,
yeah, he's the best. Yeah, it's amazing.
but
And Crispin Glover, I mean, I know one of my favorite actors.
oh yeah, he is good. Yeah, he's just kind of been like MIA lately, huh? He hasn't been in no films lately, or
I don't know. I mean, I mean, he pops up. I mean, he lives in LA and he pops up from time to time. I saw him at Lassen's in Los Feliz um, not too long ago,
oh, you
and
saw him? Oh wow, okay.
and yeah, I saw him
I
at
think
the
he's
Juice
he's
Bar.
like, oh yeah. I think he's doing
Nice.
directing his own stuff, and
Oh, he is
seems
okay.
like he's got his art projects and
Oh, okay.
various books and all
Yeah,
sorts
has
of
he made
things. I
any
think
books? Do you know? Has he made any books since the last books in like 2001 or whatever that was?
I don't know. Doesn't he do kind of Burroughs cut up books and stuff? Maybe
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw
okay.
him. Yeah,
I don't know.
I saw him speak I think at the Music Box,
Oh wow.
Oh,
like when he was touring those books
Oh wow.
with
yeah,
his
Okay.
movie, with his movie.
yeah. What is it? That
Yeah,
movie?
Yeah,
that was
I heard
wild.
of that one. Was it? What is it? Yeah,
That's pretty
Yeah,
wild.
interesting.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
he's a different character. I know that I watched that movie Willard.
Oh
Willard.
yeah,
Oh
That
yeah,
movie is
we saw
wow.
that.
I think I
Yeah.
saw that with Scott in the theater. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one's
At
good.
Landmark.
He does a good job in
Well,
that
yeah.
one.
I mean, and River's Edge is, I mean, one of the best performances ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very good.
yeah,
Yeah. That's
yeah.
cool. I'm glad we have the similar taste in films. Back to the Future, Goonies, Crispin Clover.
Lord.
Oh man.
Well, guys, I appreciate you coming on Rhythm and Roads. I really look forward to hearing the new album on the 4th and seeing the music videos even soon because I know I'll get that special VIP email.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was a pleasure talking to you guys and get to know you. And I wish you guys the best. I know Nick couldn't be on here, right? He's the third guy in the band. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
But pleasure to have I appreciate your time, Scott and Dylan, for coming on and then for the viewers to look for your music, it's all on the streaming, right? Because that's what I know. There's Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube,
It's out
Yep,
there.
all the usual spots.
all the
Yeah,
usual spots. And then on
All the
yeah,
Instagram,
streams, the streams of our lives.
yeah. We're on. Yeah, it's Bronze the band. Yeah,
under
is the
Instagram. Okay.
yeah something like that. Yeah.
Bronze the band. Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Joshua.
Yeah, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching on this episode, and thank you, Bronze, for coming on and check out their new single, Grand Canyon. I love it. I think it's very smooth. There's times at night when I'm just chilling from a day after work, I have it on. I'm like, it's different. It's soothing. And I showed my brother the song too, and he liked it. So
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joshua. Appreciate you
Yeah.
having us on.
no problem. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next episode.